Hi everybody, it's April 13th, 2026. I talked about vision in another video, but there's another form of perception that we go through momentarily, continuously. It's just seeing. Seeing is more is different from vision, because seeing is the act of perceiving, but mostly without comprehension. And so seeing is the basic background that we paint our reality over. Seeing is how we keep ourselves safe. Seeing is how we know what we need to focus on and get better at zeroing in on potential resources for whatever may be in question. But the thing about seeing is that if our emotions color our sight, whether it be spiritual sight or physical sight or emotional sight, mental sight or whatever, if our emotions color our seeing, we are either going to focus on things that relate to our emotions, or we are going to deviate and avoid things that focus on our emotions. So the answer would be to just deal with what you feel and allow it to be. But when you let it color your entire sight, it's going to influence you in ways that you may not want it to. So getting permission from yourself to feel, but also allowing yourself to operate without solely basing your perception on emotions is a skill that is going to help you feel your emotions in a more healthy way, and decode them when they are coming to you in riddles or confusion. So this gets me to thinking about unending satisfaction. A lot of times people will say, like, I wonder why I'm never satisfied. I wonder why when I get something, or when I achieve something, or when I'm with someone that I love, why am I never satisfied? What does it take for me to be satisfied? And my working theory about that is that in today's society, we are never not satisfied. For those of us who live in modern society, our needs are met. Our needs are met. Our entertainment needs are met. Our most of our relational needs are met. If you don't want to be bored, you don't have to be bored. And if you want to eat, most of us can eat when we want to eat or when we need to eat. So when you have all your needs met, at our basic level, we are always satisfied. At our most primitive level, we are completely and overly satisfied. So when it comes to things that really matter, like relationships, our mental health, our true goals, our artistic goals, our career goals, those things can't necessarily be bought with the money that we make. They can't necessarily be improved with financial means or with other commodities. So the reason that I feel like we are never satisfied is because we have trillions of options for trivial things, and for the things that matter, we don't have the language or the vocabulary to attain what we want, what we truly need. So this gets me to thinking that as far as unending satisfaction, we have to wrangle in the challenges and subdue the challenges and reap from them the fruits that bring about real satisfaction, true satisfaction. So you use your challenges as a roadway to get what you want, what you really need. And this is not normal for us, because we are taught that challenges are something that are things that are negative. Challenges are something that should be avoided. Challenges are something that should be explained away. But if you go through the challenges and you win against it and use that to get what you want or what you need, that's when you find your real freedom in life. That's where you find yourself closer with God, because you're not doing it alone once you believe in God and what you use as teachings in your life. So challenges are the way to get to true satisfaction. I think that's obvious, but we don't really think about it that way. And the last thing I could say about unending satisfaction is that your life is not something that you want to escape from. I think we try to distract ourselves with so many things, and we try to some of us can't stop talking because we're afraid of the silence, about being alone with our thoughts or being alone with our emotions. So we're looking for distractions. We want to escape from life. And yes, I could see why that would be, because you could be terribly bored, or you could be in anguish that you don't want to deal with. But there's no escaping from life. And once you learn that you don't need to escape from life, you start to see opportunities in places where you want to put your touch on life, where you want to put your influence on life, where you want to make a difference. So when you find these areas when you stop running from life and you stop trying to escape, you find areas where you are truly enjoying life. And I'm not saying that you are going to be perpetually in joy and perpetually in contentment, but once you approach life in a more healthier and more straightforward fashion, tackling your challenges and stop trying to run, life is going to get significantly more comfortable, and it's going to start to make as much sense as you need it to at the moment. So I hope this helps. Thanks.